welcome. This is episode 40 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. I am your host, Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, and I am joined once again by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing, Mara?
I'm doing good.
Cool. We're here. I'm a little tired, but we're here.
Right.
This mid-season finale week, Mara.
It was.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about the Arrowverse episodes this week, as always, and what a week it was.
Hmm.
So with that being said, let's just get into it, Start with Supergirl.
Yeah, let's do it.
This episode was called Rain. Appropriately so, because
Right.
we got introduced to Rain.
Right.
And, I'm curious. I mean, I'm sure it's just, for plot purposes, but why she wears this mask?
For dramatic effect, because we know the whole team doesn't know that Rain is actually their friend.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to look up and they got that big reveal going to happen, and all of a sudden,
Do.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you.
Yeah, exactly.
Believe it.
Because it's true. Um, so yeah, apparently we find out some more about what happened with Monel. Like, I guess, when he woke up in the future, all those, like, I think it's like, what is it, like 1,000 years in the future?
7. Oh,
No, it's not 7 years in the future, Mar.
but didn't they say
It
it
had
was it's been
he had
seven
been
years
there.
for him?
Yes, he had been there for 7 years, but he moved up 1,000 years into the future,
Oh,
and he
okay.
was there for 7 years.
Got you. Oh, okay. Well, then that kind of explains where I was gonna go with some plot details I had questions about. Because I thought he was 7 years away.
No,
Because then
no.
my questions turned into where the fuck is Kara 7 years from now?
Nah, they said it was like 31 something. It was the year that he was in.
Okay. And then my other question is like, how old can Supergirl actually get?
Mm.
Now that has me curious because I don't know. I just kind of figured that her and Superman kind of just aged ridiculously slower.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean they're strong, but that doesn't mean they don't age normally.
They just age like normal people.
I wouldn't see why they wouldn't. I don't know how Kryptonians age normally.
That's weird, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Nope, that's it.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
just kind of blew my whole everything out the window.
But yeah, apparently while he's in the future, he formed, the Legion. They were like, fighting for, truth, justice, and the American way in the future.
And the American dream.
Yeah. But yeah, some shit went down, and they ended up, thousands of years in the past and shit. So they had to go like to hypersleep. Like, all right, cool. And then the torpedo woke them up. Like, sure. All right.
Torpedo.
Yeah. Like, whatever, man. But we did get some other shit, though, in this episode. We finally got the Lena and Jimmy connection.
Yeah, and I see they're gonna push that, which is cool. I kind of like where that's going.
Yeah, I mean, you saw they were kind of like planting the seeds for it the last few episodes. They were like kind of
right?
looking at each
From
other.
when she started to take over Catco, and he was just like, "Man, I've been running this shit. You can't just come up in here."
Hmm.
And she was just like, "I can just come up in here, though."
Yeah. So let's see. So we got some other shit going on. Somebody's leaving these weird symbols all over the city, and we're like, "Oh, who the hell's doing this? What the fuck's going on?" And
That's
of course, Lena's like, it's Heroes dude. I keep forgetting his name in this show. What is his name on the show?
I don't know.
I just know him
Something,
as he's that dude.
something stupid.
Yeah, he's that dude from Heroes to me. Like, so I don't remember his name in the show. But
I'll
he,
tell you in a minute.
I have it down here. Oh, his name is Edge. His last name is Edge. I don't know what his
There we
first.
go.
Yeah,
Morgan Edge. 'Cause he has that stupid girly name.
yeah. So maybe that's what's wrong with him. Maybe he like grew up with the name Morgan, so he's just he had a complex his whole
Like,
life.
I'm just gonna ruin everyone's lives.
Mm-hmm. Because his name is Morgan. Um, but yeah, she thinks he did it, but we get
I've never seen such a more paranoid person about one person. Like, and it's like every episode.
well, after he tries to kill you, and then he tries to kill her again in this
Okay, yeah,
episode,
you can have
like
that.
she's justified in the paranoia, because he legitimately tried to kill her this episode. Um, but
Yeah.
we get to see Colt dude again, and he knows what's going on because he's been studying up on everything, and he like, yeah, the world ender is here. Um,
I just kind of like, I'm just curious, like, where does he get all his information from? Like, I understand lots of research, but where the fuck are you getting all this research from? They've only had one Kryptonian come to like
3, 4.
three Krypt. Yeah, they've
We
only
we
had
we've
like
we've
four
had
Kryptonians, or like two known Kryptonians come to Earth.
yeah 2 known ones, yeah, but if you're diving deep enough, you know what you're looking for. As with anything, you can find what you're looking for. He explained it. He said he found this person, talked to this person. This person over here explained this to him. Like, he went through all of that.
And then for a race of people that keeps wanting to be secretive, they just going around talking a lot. Like,
Who said they were trying to be secretive?
I just kind of figure because they mean like Clark and Carr like all keep their identities hidden.
Yeah, but as Supergirl or Superman, they make no secret about about the fact that they're aliens.
Yeah, I know, but they're just telling a lot. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just misreading it or reading too deep into it.
Yeah, because it's just yeah, they're secret identities as Kara or Clark. Yeah, they don't talk about being aliens, but as Supergirl or as Superman, they talk about the fact that they're aliens, so they're not secretive about it. Um, yeah, but Colt dude knows what's going on, so he tells her, but she's just like, he's crazy, but I guess he knows some shit because everything he said came true.
Hmm.
Then, well, we talked about
Shun the
that somebody tried to kill Lena when she was out with Jimmy and shit, and for some reason Jimmy just had his shield with him.
because he can't let go. He can't let go.
And he is guardian forever.
I'm sure if you open Jimmy's wallet, he probably still has a picture of Ray Forever Guardian.
um, let's see. Then Rain shows up at Edge's office, tries to kill him, but of course he has like a panic room that's lined with lead, so she can't see in there and find him.
Why did that not surprise me? Like, at all.
Oh yeah, me neither. I was just like, oh well, yeah, figures. But that was after she had
It
led
doesn't
some.
surprise me.
Hmm?
Right. No, I was saying like it didn't surprise me like at all that he had a panic room
Oh no.
lined with lead.
Yeah, yeah. Then that was after though she like laid an ass whooping on some. I guess there was some gang members trying to buy something, weapons, drugs, whatever.
Some drug. Just know there's drugs.
Yeah, she like she killed him. They're like, oh well, not all bad, but not the way that they
That's how
do
it feels
things,
to be.
huh?
That's how it feels to be black in America. For a little bit of weed.
Man, yeah. So they're just like, yeah, they killed us all, but yeah. So after that, Carl just decides she's done bullshitting. So she's like, yo, we gonna do this shit. So she makes her symbol. Like, yeah, come find me, motherfucker.
Right.
The superhero equivalent to come at me, bro.
Right. Just like come come through. Like, let's talk this out. Let's duke it out.
But I say, no, they weren't
Like,
doing no talking.
I know that's why I changed it to let's duke it out.
But yeah, I talked about we got the Lena and Jimmy kiss. We didn't really talk about it. We mentioned that the connection happened, but yeah, they finally did the kiss thing that we've been waiting on. So yeah, Lena and Jimmy are a thing.
Well, that's cool. I mean, we were running out of female characters that he could actually go with, so I guess it was good that they paired him up with Lena.
Is that okay with you? You okay with that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure because I know you don't like the black guys getting no love. So
No, it was never that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want John and Megan to work out too. So there goes your theory right out the
No, but they're
window.
both black, so you were like, yeah, keep them together. You're a fan of the segregation of relationships, so
No. I mean, at first, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was rooting for Kara and Jimmy, and then it was just like, oh, it just ain't gonna work.
hmm let's see. So they're fighting and shit. Kara and Rain, they're going at it. Supergirl versus Rain, tearing shit up, knocking shit out of buildings and like falling through walls and busting through rules of everything. And I start wondering, like, do people in this universe do they like get supervillain insurance? Is that something? Is that a thing? It should be. If it's not,
I mean, I feel like in a world where they have Superman and they've had him for years, I feel like it should be a policy. But I mean, like, we did have a whole show on another channel that used to address that, but it got canceled.
that's the thing. It was supposed to be about insurance, but it wasn't. They changed it. Are you talking about that show with what was it called?
Unheroed or something like that.
Yeah, it ran for one season, but yeah, it didn't even last a full season. But yeah, it was originally supposed to be about an insurance agency, but then they changed it to something that like made products that protected you against supervillains or superhero shit.
Yeah.
That's what the show is about. But yeah, yeah, which I really think they should have done the insurance thing, but whatever.
We're like trying to figure out who qualifies for policies.
Yeah, yeah. Now I need to know what that show was called. That's gonna bother me now. I don't remember anymore because I used to watch it. What was it
I
called?
watched like the first episode.
Yeah, yeah. This is the thing. I watched it. It wasn't very good, but I watched it anyway. It's one of those shows. What was it called? What was it called?
I'm looking it up, don't worry. It was called um, Powerless.
Yes, that's what it was. Powerless. I don't know if you remember. We had this conversation
We're
on
powerless to save those.
creation conversation a while back about weird associations that you have with stuff. When I was saying like that Naruto made me think of Jack in the Box tacos because I used to always watch Naruto while eating Jack in the Box tacos after a late shift at work.
It's so still strange.
So like Powerless tastes like chorizo and egg tacos because I'd always watch that in the morning and after I went and got breakfast tacos from this spot across the street. So when I think about Powerless, I think of chorizo and egg tacos.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's why I kept watching it because it just created such fond feelings inside of me. Because
Maybe.
chorizo and egg tacos are delicious.
But back to DC because I
I
led us on a
mean,
rabbit hole.
Powerless was
But
in the DC
I'm
universe, so
sure there there it is, just not the same channel. But I feel like there has to be some kind of insurance policy. I mean, like every episode, Supergirl is being smashed into the streets and breaking shit. Like
hmm
they gotta have some kind, like the city doesn't have indisposable funds, so like they gotta like have some kind of like policy that protects them for
maybe,
whenever Supergirl has a fight or Superman has a fight.
or maybe there's just some construction company that's just making bank right now.
Yeah, that's true
Because
too.
every time something goes down, it needs shit rebuilt.
You know, that'd be super cool to own that company because like, could you imagine like Supergirl may have like a fight like every week or so, but you only have to do work for like actually no, because construction takes a long ass time.
Yeah, it does.
They're forever employed.
Yeah.
Like they're never going to be out of work.
You know what? Alien attacks are great for the economy.
Yeah, on that earth.
On that Earth, yeah. Yeah.
But then
But
you have to wonder on Earth One, do you think they have insurance for when the Flash gets into shit?
probably.
Because Star City, they're not really dealing with all that kind of stuff, and they're always constantly under construction. So
Yeah. Yeah, Star City, they probably just, they deal with not regular criminals, but not like, destroy the
they don't.
city. Not destroy the
Yeah,
city kind of criminals, but,
they'll have like explosions, but like
yeah, but that's,
nothing like out of.
yeah. I mean, Central City has shit like gorilla attacks and fucking King Shark and shit. So they probably have it over there, but Star City's probably okay. But yeah, so, like I was saying, Supergirl and Rain are fighting, whooping each other ass. Looks like Rain won that exchange though, because episode basically ends with down goes Supergirl off the building and shit. Clearly, that's not gonna kill her because the show is called Supergirl, so Supergirl's not gonna die. But we'll see what happens.
They won't make you think that she's gonna die.
Here's the thing: does anybody outs? Like, of course, we don't believe it, but does the average viewer think that maybe Supergirl might die? Like, I'm curious about stuff like that because it's just we know that it won't happen because we kind of have a bit of an understanding about how TV works. But like people who watch the show normally, do they believe it?
I have no idea, but I mean, like, I would have never thought it was possible until I watched season one of Game of Thrones. So I've kind of just go into every show thinking anything is possible.
Yeah, but Game of
And that could just be
Thrones.
because Game of Thrones ruined me.
That's entirely possible because of Game of Thrones. I'm kind of numb to main characters dying on TV shows, but there's one exception. There's one exception.
And what's that?
There was one death on The Walking Dead that did it to me.
Was it Glenn's?
It wasn't Glenn's because I knew Glenn was gonna die.
Uh, was it redhead ginger? I can't think of his name.
Nah. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was before that. It was Beth when Beth died.
Beth. I'm trying to remember which one was Beth.
Maggie's
yes.
little sister. Maggie's little sister.
Jesus Christ.
In the
And
hospital.
I always forget that she's her sister.
Yeah, because it was just one of those things like, yo, that's so fucked up. Like, it's just like, it just hurt.
Like after weeks of them being separated, and then it was like, yay, they're together, and it's like, bam, right in the kisser.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I remember telling my sister, I was talking to her about it, like, I haven't been this hurt about a death on this show since I saw Sophia come walking out of that barn. And
right?
It was just like, Anyway, back to superheroes. But yeah, anyway, because of that, because of Game of Thrones, I'm numb to main characters dying, but I just it's certain shit I just know that like this is gonna work out because of the kind of TV show this is, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't expect Supergirl to die, like unless like the show gets canceled. But I mean, like I still don't think they're gonna kill her then either. I was just saying, like I feel like some people may be walking into it with like a Walking Dead, Game of Thrones mentality, like
Possibly.
no one's safe.
That's possible. But we'll find out in January, huh?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Flash now.
Well, let's do that.
This episode was called Don't Run. Another very well named episode.
God damn. I've never been so upset with a Flash episode in my life.
Fucking DeVoe, man. I'm just like, ah.
Fucking DeVoe, fucking Barry,
God
fucking
damn.
everyone.
And my thing is, it's just like you watch the shit that DeVoe does, and it's just like, God damn, you're good. Like you were like, I don't like you, but I respect you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're so fucking good at what you do. It's just like, I hate that you do it, but I respect your ability to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this episode. Kicks off with Wells and Cisco arguing about, the way they're decorating the tree, because Wells thinks that Cisco's tree decorating skills are inadequate. Made me chuckle. But then we find out that apparently Killer Frost just hangs out with the team sometimes, and they seem like they like her more than they like Caitlin.
I can see that. Not that I don't like Caitlin, I love Caitlin. It's just kind of like I could see why.
You can see why Killer
hang
Frost
out
is
with
like
Killer Frost.
yeah, she's like the fun one. She's the one that just like she'll do weird, cool shit.
Yeah.
Get into some trouble with you.
Yeah.
So I can see why she would be the fun one. Yeah. But Caitlin doesn't like that shit, and she kind of like walks away.
This whole like, oh god. See, like Matt's always talking about how cool Dibney is, but I'm just kind of like Dibney can go suck a dick. Like he's so annoying.
Here's the thing: I kind of fall in the middle on this. I don't love him as much
so
as Matt does, but I don't hate him as much as you do.
Forcing him on us.
That's the thing. Like I don't hate him as much as you do. I don't love him as much as Matt does. It's one of those things. Just like he plays his role, and
which is annoying.
Annoying to you. It's what I expect from him. So I guess it doesn't annoy me as much. It's just like, yeah, that's just Dibney. And then you move on and you do your job,
Yes.
Let's see. And they started planting seeds early about this whole don't run thing. When Barry's doing stuff with Iris and he doesn't want to use his speed to do stuff. He's kind of like taking his time and yeah.
That's why, like, towards the end, I was just like, God damn it, Barry.
yeah, he's not going to run.
And I was just like, why not?
I mean, because it's like, where would he go?
Anywhere, literally. But anywho, we'll get to that. Just.
But, we also see DeVoe talking to his wife, and he was like, today is the day. And I'm like, oh shit, the day for what? What the fuck's going on? What the fuck
right,
you
like,
gonna
what
do?
are you getting ready to do?
Yeah. Like, I don't like it at all.
But I can't wait to see it.
Exactly. I want to know what it is, though. So let's see. After that whole thing with Caitlin and Wells and Cisco and Dibney, Caitlin and Wells are sitting around having coffee, and we get another visit from Amunet because we can't just be rid of her.
Why not?
Yeah, we just can't be rid of her. So, yeah.
I feel like for some of the shows, this is just like, let's just bring up as many past people. Let's reuse so many people to stay in budget.
Yeah, I mean, but she was from this season at least, so,
No, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't, I mean, like, just overall, just like any season, anybody.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so she attacks them while they're having coffee. The Thinker attacks Barry and Iris while they're walking somewhere, and they're both kidnapped. Two separate instances that kind of, at first I thought they were related, but then it was like Amunet was like, "Yo, I need him for this." So it seemed like maybe they weren't related, but then it turns out later on they were related. Um, yeah. So Barry's locked up in some weird room where when he tries to get out, he can't get out. And then Caitlin's like got Amunet and she's being forced to, save this dude that got, telepathic powers and shit.
And Amunet like stabbed him.
Yeah, stabbed him in the head. Like, goddamn.
Like how mad, how angry you gotta get to stab someone
Yeah, it's
in
just
the head
exactly. It's just like,
by
yo,
accident
his power like comes from the mind, and you stab him like where the
in the
mind
mind.
is. Like, it's just you didn't think this through at all. At
Like if
all.
he died, like that was it. Like he would be of no use. Like
Or even if he doesn't die, you could have fucked up his brain so he just couldn't use his power anyway. Like yeah.
logic.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. She's doing that. Find out he can read minds. So Joe goes to DeVoe's house looking for Barry and brings
He's pretty
Wells with.
much just like, I'll fuck your whole shit up, son.
Yeah, brings Wells with him. Doesn't work out because they don't find shit, which means he's got like this. His hidden chamber is just like very well hidden.
Yeah, because he was like, you can search my house, but you're not gonna find anything. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Clearly, he got some weird bat cave. Press this button and flip this switch to move the bookcase upside down. Shit going on. Let's see. So, okay. I have a question.
I also have a question, but you go first.
I'm hoping you have an answer.
I probably don't.
Who put Iris in charge?
Iris did.
And they just accepted it, like,
Yeah, I guess so.
cause like, yeah, oh yeah, sure, this reporter can come over and tell us how to run our team of superheroes, cause she knows
Yeah,
what she's doing.
yeah,
Like, okay,
yep,
like, don't get me wrong. On one hand, I'm glad they actually, given her something to do besides just sit around and be
yeah.
Barry's girlfriend. But can we? I don't know. I don't run the show. It's not my job. But like, since when does she get to just take over and run the superhero team? You know what I mean? Like,
It just happens, you know.
okay.
Because Barry, I guess she felt that because Barry wasn't there, who was normally, I guess, the person who led, she was just like, by proxy, as me being his fiance, I get to do it.
So let
That
me.
would just be like my process of thinking, or like I don't know. They didn't show us what happened, the 6 months that he was gone.
So
It
she
could
was
have been they
like,
were trying and they kind of just asked her to help a few times, and she was just like, "Why not just stick around?" And it just kind of stayed that way.
so she gets to take over because Barry vibrates his penis in her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I mean, if that's what it is, and that's what it is, it's fine. I was just wondering how and when that happened. That's all.
Okay.
Um,
That's
yeah.
the best answer I could possibly give you.
Okay. Well, you said you had a question also. What was your question?
Oh, I might have missed it because, like, you know me, my eyes, deviate from the screen
Yeah,
sometimes.
you have the
How the
attention
hell did
span of a
Bear?
gnat.
Huh?
So yeah, you have the attention span of a gnat.
Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how did Barry get out of the chamber, out of the lair?
He stopped running.
Oh, he just walked out of it.
Well, not just walked out, but he like did his vibration thing. Instead of trying to run at the wall, he like vibrated his molecules and shit and kind of just walked out instead of just like gonna use my speed to create the kind of shit. Like, nah, I'm gonna just.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like, because then he was just out, and I was just like, how the
Here's the thing.
fuck?
Yeah, he
Like, you were
explained it.
in there for like 20 minutes.
Let me also point out, because I may or may not have been drinking while watching this. I think that's what he said, but I can be wrong. It's happened once before. But I think that's what he said he did. All we need to know is I remember him saying I stopped running.
Okay, yeah, I do remember him saying that. I just didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah. I think he just vibrated through it because, he vibrates.
Because reasons.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, he's got super speed, so vibration is speed too. Because, yeah. Let's see.
I'll accept that.
Then I asked this question halfway through this episode because I wanted to know. They answered it later, but it was an unacceptable answer. I'm like, where's Wally? He just came back. Like,
that wasn't, I was wondering that. I was just like, Wally was here like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
like,
they made like this whole scene about him coming back. Like, hey, Wally's back. Yeah. And then all this is going down and Wally's not there.
Like, I'm here to help, guys.
Clearly he's not, because he just, went off again to go find himself because they can't think of anything for him to do. And it would have broken this episode if he was there. So.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just kind of like weird. Like, they made a whole thing that he was back, and then it's like,
yeah,
but Barry gets taken. We don't need you to be there.
That's the thing. Like, he's a phone call away. He can get there so quick.
Who cares?
Or you talk to Wells, I'm like, yo, Wells, like, go get your daughter. Where the fuck is she at? Come tell her to come help out.
Right.
I don't care about her breakup box. Speaking of boxes.
Cisco's box.
Cisco's box. I'm like, hey, Gypsy. Is that like their version of Snapchat? Like,
I guess so.
Cisco's like, yeah, can I go? Like, I gotta go somewhere
upstairs, and he's like, take that to your house.
Yeah, well, let me go take my sexy Christmas box somewhere else. Oh man. Let's see. Back to Caitlin and her operation. She, does the operation. Works. They kind of get out, but don't get out. Let's see. But they get the team. The team pretty much saves them once they get loose. But let's talk about this aerial fight with Barry and DeVoe and shit, because I was wondering why he just let him go, because it's just like, yo, I saw like some weird shit, like the fire and all that, but still, like, I really feel like he could have stopped and caught Barry if he really wanted to.
Right.
It's like so many times, like, I feel like he could have killed Barry, but he hasn't done it. Why won't he just kill him? And I'll tell you why, because villains are kind of insane. They have this weird complex about them where they need the heroes to feel defeated before they defeat them, instead of just beating them and ending it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Barry gets loose. He gets away. Then we find out when, psychic dude shows up at their party, like, and all that the Thinker took his body. And that was what today is the day meant. He was getting that body. He was getting a new body. Because he figured out how to transfer his mind into that dude's body.
After, when he showed up and Dibney kind of was just like, I'm the new guy, we only got room for one new guy, that was the only time Dibney was like, was relevant about that, because it was kind of just like, if Caitlin had never invited this dude,
Well, I saw that, and the first thing that popped into my mind afterwards, I'm like, I saw this movie earlier this year. It's called Get Out.
What's his face? The psychic dude is in the sunken place.
Yeah, man. Because I was wondering, like, well, where does his mind go? I'm like, mine is in the sunken place. He done took the man's body. God damn it. But that was only the tip of the iceberg, because then, the alarm goes off at Barry Iris' place. He runs back, finds DeVoe's old body there, stabbed with,
The missing knife from his
his,
thingy.
the gift they got, and stabbed him. He's dead. The police show up. Barry says, I won't run. He gets arrested.
And I'm just like, out of all the times you should have been running, this was a time to be running.
So then I have another question. After DeVoe leaves the party in this dude's new body from the dude or whatever, and he sees his wife and all that, I'm like, yo, did they go home and fuck after that?
I hope so.
Like, it's like, yo, did she get like some new young dick? Like, is that what happened?
Like, not that I'm like hoping that the good guys get some kind of win, and even though they are winning, I kind of hope so. I mean, like, what's the point?
That's what I'm saying. Like, did she really get to enjoy these new benefits? Because
She just damn well better.
really curious about that. Just like, I wonder.
I mean, that's what I assumed they did.
Yeah. I mean, I figured they did too, which is why I brought it up. But that was The Flash. We'll see them again in January.
The 16th, I think.
Oh, man. So let's move on to Legends. Bebo and the God of War is the name of this episode.
Episode was just annoying.
Yeah, I was just like, the whole time, just, is it over yet? Is it over yet?
You know I was bored, so I started folding clothes.
And I'm just like, Jax, bruh, I'm gonna need you to chill. Just let it go. You can't save Stein.
Right.
And he tried to do the Back to the Future thing, and yeah. Stein even brought up, like, you try to do that shit from Back to the Future. I'm not taking that shit.
Right. And like, they tried to play him like he was dumb too, like he wasn't gonna pick up on that shit. And he was just like, I'm not dumb. Like,
yeah, like he's a nuclear physicist. Like,
he got like 7 PhDs.
Yeah, like he's far from dumb. But anyway, let's talk about this episode, because it starts off with a young Stein at a toy store getting this Bebo doll, which is, I guess, is like their version of the Tickle Me Elmo, because in the 90s it was all about Tickle Me Elmo.
I won't lie, I didn't know that was Stein until he was on the ship, and they were like, "Oh, it's a young Stein," and I was just like, "Oh, okay." I didn't recognize him from the.
I didn't either. I'm trying to figure out how I knew it was Stein though, because I did know it was him. I'm trying to figure out how I knew. I don't remember how I figured it out, but I knew like during that whole scene that it was him. I just don't remember how I knew. Maybe they said
like, I didn't remember he probably said Clarissa or Lily, and I probably just wasn't putting 2 and 2 together.
Maybe.
I think he had said Lily when he was in the store, but I literally wasn't even grasping that.
This thing, I probably wouldn't have even picked up on him saying Lily though, because I don't even remember his daughter's name until like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have never even.
Yeah, it was something else though.
Him.
He said or did something that made me know that it was him. But
No.
yeah, he ended up getting sucked into, Canada or whatever during the time when the Vikings showed up. And
I was so confused how he got there, though. He just started running, and then all of a sudden, pow! I'm in a different time period.
That's how anachronisms work, man.
Okay.
Shit just gets displaced because the legends broke time.
How long is this breaking time shit? Oh, they have so many other anachronisms to fix, though. So
Yeah.
I just answered my own question.
Yeah. So And then we get Snart trying to have therapy sessions with all the legends about dealing with their grief about Stein dying with a little fucking Stein puppet.
That was so weird.
Yeah, I'm just like, why, dude? Why? Why?
Like, why does it seem remotely appropriate? Because it's not.
And then he's doing this whole thing with Mick, trying to get him to stop drinking. It's like, dude, I'm going to need you to let Mick be Mick.
Right? Nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
That.
But then we see, Jax clearly isn't doing well with the whole death of Stein.
No, that's so going to fuck with him for a while.
Oh, yeah. Which is, why he ended up leaving the team. It's just like, I can't do this. I got to go off and be me for a while. But yeah, Viking shit. They were worshiping the Bebo as a god. They worked that out. I don't know, this episode wasn't really interesting to me. It just like
all it made me want to do was actually just watch Vikings.
Make you want to watch what?
Vikings.
Oh yeah. Keep forgetting to watch that.
Me too.
It's back, but let's see. Yeah, and then we get a big fight, because we got to get a big fight. Anything else? Is there anything else with this episode at all, really, besides,
No. Jax left, and then they celebrated Christmas with him, and then he left.
Oh, well, Sarah saw Malice.
Oh, yeah. And they asked for the Time Ward people to be like, help us. And then they were like, nope, not a good use of our resources, when they realized that Dark was there, and they were just like, nah, we're out. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was... Oh, well, Constantine showed up at the end, too.
Yes, which makes me really excited for them to come back, because I love when Constantine shows up.
Yeah.
Because it's never a bad time with Constantine.
Yeah. But yeah, Stein didn't read the letter. He burned it. And that was it. And Jax left. Yeah, let's move on to Arrow.
Yeah, because that was the good one this week.
Yup. Yeah, irreconcilable differences. Kicks off with them having this wedding party.
The title had me so nervous.
Oh, you thought they were gonna break up that marriage?
Yeah, I was just like, they've been married 2 minutes.
Yeah, those weren't the irreconcilable differences they were talking about, though. So they're at the wedding party. Curtis is, getting in a drunken funk because he misses his husband, and they, happily married people and shit.
I mean, people who get divorced under, like, sad circumstances are never really great party guests.
No, of course not. He even stole the bouquet and shit. Like,
stole it right from Felicity's mom.
Yeah.
Is Felicity's mom and her dad back together? Or are they just kind of co-parenting?
They just kind of showed up at the party because it was like, yo, our daughter's married now. Let's kind of just, be civil.
Gotcha. Okay. So I was worried about that. Because, like, when Quentin approached them and he was like, is this awkward? And I was just like, yeah, I mean, aren't parents back together?
Well, no, I don't think it was awkward because of the parents being back together. I think it was awkward because of, like, they broke up,
They used to phone.
Yeah. We see that Dinah's been secretly texting somebody. Kind of find out it was, Vigilante Vince.
That whole thing is still very confusing to me, but I'm sure it's not confusing, but I'm just confused by it.
What are you confused about?
I don't know. So the Vigilante we saw last season, when Adrian Chase was playing Mr. Bad Guy, was
Prometheus.
not also that was the Vigilante from then?
Yeah, same guy.
But he was just But like, what was his purpose again? Because he was just like, just axing niggas left and right.
He was killing criminals.
Okay.
That's all.
Again, like I feel like I'm just overthinking it too much, like I
Yeah,
normally do.
yeah, you are. He was just killing criminals. That's really all it was. He was a vigilante. They were criminals, so he killed them.
Okay.
Let's see. We also got Renee giving this long, heartfelt speech about love and shit. And then we find
Which
out
sucks,
that somebody on the
right?
team. What?
I would like to say that sucks because then we found out that he is the defendant testifying against Oliver.
Yeah, we find out somebody on the team is testifying against him. We find out it's Renee, and he admits it himself. And it's like, on one hand, he's like, "Oh, fuck you," but on the other hand, he's like, "I get it," you know?
Right. Like it's kind of just like when you're a parent, like you will do anything for your kid.
Yeah, of course.
Just keep
So,
them a part of your life. So like
mm,
you get it and then it's kind of just like, oh, that fucking sucks.
yeah. Um,
Ooh.
let's see. Oh, so Laurel kidnaps Quentin, and Caden James like, "All right, look, I need this amplifier thing from Argus, so go get that shit."
Laurel is like, I don't want to say herpes. But Laurel's like a herpes flare up. Like you're like done with her for like a little bit, and then she just kind of just pops up out of nowhere.
Well, not really out of nowhere. She's a part of this whole thing, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. It's just kind of just like Laurel's like what like she's not like the main villain, but she pops up very often.
Well, yeah, because she's working with the main villain, which we find out not just her, but we'll get to that in a second.
You know what's crazy? You know when we were talking about like last time I brought up Evelyn and um, when they said someone from your team from his team was testifying, and I forgot, that she might have died on the island, and I was just kind of like, it's fucking Evelyn. It's always fucking Evelyn. I just want her to be. I just. Oh God, I hate her so much.
we just need to know where the fuck she's at. Like that's what's the real thing is. Like, where the fuck are
That,
you?
and I think that's why. I think that's just fucking with me
Yeah,
because we don't have any confirmation that she's dead,
yeah. We
if she's
I
alive,
just need
what
you to.
she's
Yeah, she just
doing.
needs to be accounted for. Like, we just need to know where she's at, so we can
Right?
move
Like
on with our lives.
if Laura, like if we saw the clip of Laura being like, "Yeah, Evelyn, I'll hook you up the job because I'm working with this badass dude named Caden James," like that's all I need to see. That's all I need to understand. I need to see like video of them like cremating her. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just like I need something, some kind of affirmation that she's dead.
Yeah. So
And I think that's why I will always assume she's like some hidden person in the shadows.
yeah, yeah. So after that whole reveal happens with Renee saying like, "Yo, he was the witness," him and Curtis and Dinah all have this discussion about them being, spied on by, the A team because the original crew, like, "Yo, this is the originals. Y'all some new shit. We don't trust you niggas really. You knew."
And we gave and they gave him a second chance and fucking blew it.
My thing is, I don't understand why they'd be surprised if they knew that that somebody was, a witness against them. They assumed it was these new motherfuckers that don't know them as well. Of course, like, I don't know why you mad about this. So yeah, they watched you to make sure that you weren't the one that's cheating, that's betraying me.
Because I would have never assumed Diggle or Felicity. That was my thing. I was just kind of like Felicity obviously wouldn't be their what's his face. And
Unless
then it was
she
kind of
turned
just
into
like
a villain, the long-term villain, like I keep saying she should. But no, I knew it wasn't her either because I knew they wouldn't be that bold.
right, like nah, like we just got married. Like I'm not gonna send you to prison. Like that'd be so dumb after they made such a big deal about them getting married or will they, won't they?
But that would be
And then I was kind
so
of like,
perfect though, Mara. Like,
because you want Felicity to be bad so
I
bad, and
really
I just
do.
want them to
I
have a nice
really
big
do.
family, 2.5 kids.
Because she would just be such a great villain. Like, I really think she would make a great villain.
And she will also make a great mom to the mayor's 2.5 children.
That's why it would be so good. Because it's just like, yo, I love you, but I hate you kind of thing. You know?
I love you, and we're gonna start this whole family together. But
But I
you
also
gotta go to
secretly
jail.
hate you. You know? So there's that. But anyway, they have this whole conversation about them being spied on because they don't like that shit. Now, like I said, I'm watching this. I'm like, I don't understand why you're surprised by this. But
But like, I also understand them also being like, we don't trust you now because you spied on us. And I was just kind of like, you could see that coming with any show where they're like, yeah, we just tapped your GPS on your phone, or we tapped into anything. Like, there's always going to be like, yeah, I don't trust you now, and I'm out.
yeah, whatever. That's why he was like, yep, they're gone. Whatever. Move on. Fuck them.
Time to move on to Team C.
Because here's the thing. You got to think from the beginning, he didn't want them anyway.
Yeah.
They were on the team because Felicity said he needed a new team. He didn't want them originally. So he's cool. Like, it is what it is to him.
He's like, bitch, please. Like when they left, he was like, I didn't want y'all anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother wanted you. I was saving the city fine by myself.
It's like the equivalent of like a dude, like when you go to holler at a girl and she ignore him or something, and he be like,
He was like,
whatever.
fine, bitch, you
You
ugly
ugly anyway.
anyway.
Exactly. It was like that. And I laughed because it made me think of that and it was funny.
And this is kind of just like, I feel like when you said you weren't, like, why were they be surprised that he tapped into their stuff? It was kind of just like, look at how y'all reacted last year when you found out I used to murder people, like, or murder bad guys without thinking about it. And now you want to be all shocked that I don't trust one of you because one of you's testifying against me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, remember how big of a deal they made? Like, they were just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can go back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But tapping your GPS was the line.
That was
crosser.
the line right there. Yeah, yeah. Killing isn't the big deal, but when you tap my GPS and see where I'm going, that's the problem.
Right?
So, anyway, moving forward, we see Caden James knew that they had sabotaged the shit. Because he has.
Does he have a camera in the thing?
Yeah, in the bunker. Yeah, Laurel planted that camera when she went in there tearing shit up.
See, I knew she was in there for a purpose. She didn't just go tear it up.
Yeah. So, he's, Wild Dog got his chance, and, Oliver's like, nah, bruh. You can't be trusted because you can't follow orders. So, he told.
Like, dog, you are.
Yeah, so he kicked Renee off the team. Like, nope, be gone. You're off the team. Then Dinah quit because she was like, well, we got to have trust. And I don't trust you anymore because you didn't trust me. So she quit. And then we see Renee got his daughter back.
You are secretly meeting with the nigga who was just killing other people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it's not like they don't have a reason to not trust you. Clearly, you're doing some shady shit. Like,
right? Like, how many times you gonna tell this dude stop calling you, and you gonna keep meet up with this dude every time he calls you? It's literally like that meme where it's like, I'm done with him. I'm done wasting my time. And then he texts you and says, hey, what up, boo? And then it's just like, waste my time some more.
Yeah. So Renee got his daughter back. He's like, yo, I'm not letting us get broke up ever again, yada, yada, yada. Which is like, all right, he got his daughter back. I like that, but goddamn. Then Curtis comes in like, yo, I quit too. So he's like, well, shit,
man, damn. And it's gonna be awkward now because now he's like, I'm still part of Helix Industries, and I'm just like, why? Why would you do this? Like,
yeah. Well, because he has to stay on the show, but it's okay though because Thea's back, so we'll get Speedy back on the team soon.
Eventually, when she gets her strength back.
Yeah.
She got knocked the fuck out by Laurel.
Yeah, but She'll be back on the team soon. And then we find out that Caden James is working with the Bradford dude and Vigilante and a couple other dudes. I think they popped up earlier this season, but I don't really know them, so we don't
Yeah,
get names. But yeah.
I recognized them, and I was just like, that's why I was saying, like, we're just gonna recycle every villain we could possibly think of
Yeah, like I recognized them from
from
earlier
this
this
season.
season. Yeah, but it's just like I don't remember their names, but I know there's Bradford dude and there's Vigilante Vince. So yeah, that was
And
the
it's like,
end.
see, and Oliver had good reason to not trust Dinah for meeting up with this nigga.
Yeah, definitely.
She don't even know. She don't even know.
She don't. Man, anything else with Arrow that you wanted to talk about?
There was a hoping of a Roy sighting because Theo was talking, mentioned him.
Well, she didn't mention him in particular, but she said she was hoping someone would be there. We all assume it's Roy.
Yeah, because I mean, her other man died, so um, the only person that was left was Roy.
I don't know, man. Maybe she was talking about her Vertigo dealer.
Nah, but isn't he dead too, or locked up in jail?
Man, I don't know. There's probably another one out there somewhere.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's like dead or in jail. I know one of those happened,
Yeah,
but like,
I hear you.
nah, it's forever all. It's forever Roy.
So yeah, there was that. Anything else?
Well, that was it for me.
All right. Well, who's winning this week?
The Thinker.
You say the Thinker. I say Caden James. They both had a great week, but
So
yeah,
can we just say they're both winning?
huh?
I feel like we should do like a winning from each show. 'Cause
Nope,
I feel like
nope.
everyone's winning and losing is different from each person.
But we
Each
got to
show.
make a decision as to who's winning the most and who's losing the most.
Ask me to make decisions, but I'm not equipped to make.
So yeah, I say Caden James. You say the Thinker.
Thinker. The Thinker is gonna get Barry put into jail because like pretty much the Thinker's like most way through his plan. Like Caden James has a team, but we still don't even really understand what he's going to do.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they might have disbanded the team, but remember Oliver was working by himself for like a minute.
Yeah.
But like the Thinker just had Barry put into jail, and from the preview from when it comes back in January, he either like they're like you gotta tell him that you're the Flash, son, and that someone's trying to set you up, and he's just kind of like, nah, if I tell them, I'm gonna always be running, and then it was like you should have ran the night you were supposed to run.
Yeah. Well, I say Caden James, not just because, he seems like he's, got the camera and all that kind of shit, but he's also like assembled a team and shit. Like, yo, I got all these niggas with me too. So I'm just like.
But isn't it like winning if you only need like one other person?
Listen, victory is victory. Doesn't matter how you get there.
Okay. And then who's losing?
Yeah, who's losing?
Barry, right?
Yeah, I'm with you on Barry. I was about to say, I think we can agree on who's losing. Barry's losing this week.
Cause Oliver's just back to point A all over again. He's just kind of like, fuck y'all, I didn't want y'all anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he cares. He's just like, all right, whatever. So
he's like, we're gonna come back. He's gonna be doing that Jacob's ladder thing like he used to all the time in season one. I really wish he'd go back to doing that.
You mean the salmon ladder?
Yeah, that you know what I'm talking about. Jacob's ladder. He's gonna be back to doing that, and Felix is gonna be like, "You need to go talk to them." He's gonna be like, "Nah, bitch."
Yeah.
Take clothes off. Like that's how it's gonna be. Like it's just gonna be, fierce Ali all over again. Just training hard, and lying to his son.
Yep. All right.
He's still lying to William, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay. The lies we tell our children.
Yeah. I guess that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. As always, you can find us on both Twitter and Instagram at Creation Magazine. Also, don't forget to join the Facebook group. The Creation Magazine presents Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Also, you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter at Marshark underscore. That's MARADASHARK
All right. Well, that'll be it for this week. We'll see you next month, I guess. Until then, stay creative, stay free.
Happy holidays.